Well, hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rose, and in today's video we are talking about signing papers that are in foreign language. Okay, so recently I joined this show here on YouTube, and there was a story that was shared, and I thought maybe I should bring it here because I feel like we can learn something out of that story. So the story is about this lady, a Kenyan lady who met her foreign husband. They actually didn't even meet online. They actually met in person. They met where the lady was working. And this lady, if I remember correctly, she's actually a widow. I think her husband had passed away and left her with, I think, 3 children. And she was just working, and she met this guy, and you know, they went out on a few dates and everything seemed to be going well. And I think he came a few times to Kenya to see her, and during that whole dating process they realized they actually loved each other and they decided to get married. So this man said, well, we're gonna get married and I am going to make sure that you don't leave your children behind, because the lady was like, if we get married, either we stay here in Kenya because there is no way I can leave my children behind. So the man was like, no, I really don't want to live in Kenya, but I'm gonna do everything within my power to make sure that you actually leave Kenya with your children. So he did that. So now, when they moved to that man's country in Europe, I'm not gonna go into details too much because the story was not actually told to me. It was just being shared and I happened to be there. So anyway, this lady gets there, and of course it's a woman who is used to working and making her own money. So as soon as she was done with the language and school, she found a job and she started working. Now, when she moved there, she found out that this guy was actually not working, like not actually having a permanent job. And it actually reached to a point where now he wasn't working. Like he even quit the little job that he was doing. Now, one day, this guy comes with some papers, okay? And, you know, he's like, oh, babe, just sign these papers. And then she's like, oh, what do they say? Oh, you know, he just gave a funny story, you know, just like it's like it was nothing. So she signed the papers. So after she signs the papers, you know, she continued working and everything. And when it was time for her to go and now and you know, do things with her money, she finds that her account is on the negative. So she calls her boss. She's like, this is weird. I haven't received my pay. Like, is there something wrong? The boss sends her the, you know, everything, you know, evidence that we have actually deposited your salary. What are you talking about? So then she goes to the bank. She's like, what is going on? Where is my money? So the bank is like, we need, what do you mean? Like, why are you saying, where is your money? Of course, you know where your money has gone. Anyway, long story short, the bank shows her the papers that she signed. Apparently, the papers were saying that she has signed to be paying a loan. Okay, and she signed that all her salary should be going to pay the loan. In fact, the only amount of money that was left in her bank account was 50 euros. Yes, I remember correctly now, 50 euros. So it said that her money would be going, the amount of money that was written there, it was going towards the loan, and then she will only be getting 50 euros. So she goes back to the husband and she's like, why did you make me sign this paper without explaining what it was about? The husband is like, well, you know, it was your responsibility to know what you're signing for. So now you have signed to be paying for this loan for the next, I don't know how many years. So it is what it is. So now the lady continues paying for this loan. Apparently the loan was something to do with the house. So the husband was like, you're living in this house, therefore, you know, you need to pay the loan. Otherwise, you and your children will be kicked out. So anyway, she continues paying the loan. She's going through depression. Also, she's working towards, of course, getting permanent residence in that country, and of course that is tied to her marriage to this man. Her children are there, so she doesn't want to put her children in danger. So now she continues paying this loan and working 2 jobs, because now this one job is paying the loan. And so it was so depressing for this lady. She found herself in a very bad situation. I just wanted to share this story to caution you against signing papers that are in a foreign language and you don't understand what the papers mean. Now, as I'm talking about this, I also want to address the issue of gratitude, okay? Because I feel like this lady felt like, well, I can trust this man, like he has done so much, he has helped me to bring my children here, we are here, you know, like I can trust this man. Gratitude is good, and it's good to be appreciative of somebody when they do something good for you, okay? But that doesn't mean that you have to just be walking like blindly, just trusting somebody blindly, okay? People can mess you up. And I'm not saying that everybody who is gonna sign a paper that they don't understand, it's gonna be something like this, but I'm just saying somebody could put you in a situation where you're like a slave, like you're just working, and the money is going towards his children's house. Because afterwards, I think the story ended in that the husband actually passed away, and the house was actually in his children's name, because he had been married before and he had children. Therefore, this woman was paying for a house that belongs to other people. It would have been easier for her maybe to find a way, maybe to get an apartment, which is what she ended up doing anyway. She ended up now finding an apartment because she was given 6 months to vacate, you know, the house. So it's so unfortunate, but these things happen. And you know, as I'm talking about gratitude, I also feel like you shouldn't see yourself as a charity case, you know. This is for those women, those African women who are married to foreign men. Some of them, they act like charity cases, you know, like this savior who came to save you from a bad situation. Therefore, you're like praising him like Jesus. And this actually opens up, you know, ways for them to take advantage of you, because they're like, oh my God, now she can sign whatever I bring to the table because like I am the savior, I saved her from a bad situation. And there's this woman, actually, there's a woman on TikTok who blocked me because this woman was in Kenya, and then she was moved to the husband's country, and once she moves there, she then starts going live. That's what they do on TikTok. People who have been in a long distance relationship, as soon as they move to the husband's country, they go live, and then they start showing us, you know, showing off their new house and their new cars and you know, everything. You know, they start, as I said, they start speaking French. Look at our house, we are rich. Look at our, you know, our cars. Look at all this. Anywho, this lady, she started coming live, and I started joining her live because I was following her and she was following me. So when I saw she started going live, I was joining her live. Now, but the way she was coming, every day is about, oh, my husband and how he saved me from a bad situation, and oh my goodness. And I joined her guest, and I was like, you know, my sister, it's good, and I appreciate that you are so grateful of what your husband did for you, but I don't think it's a good idea for you to always be acting like a charity case, because I feel like if the man chose you to be his wife, he must have felt that there is a value that you are going to add into his life. So for you to be, acting here as a charity case, you might even make him question his decision. He's like, oh my God, this woman, I thought she was gonna come and add value into my life, but now it's all about, her being a charity case. So for me, I feel like, yes, of course, somebody might get you out of a bad situation because they love you, they have fallen in love with you, but also they see something else, they see a value in you that you can add into their life. So therefore, yes, of course, say thank you for what they have done for you, for processing your papers and everything and helping you move to that country. But then now you're a couple and now you're working together. Therefore, you shouldn't always be, I'm a charity case, oh my goodness. And then it's like now you have put a debt on yourself that you're gonna be paying for the rest of your life or for the rest of that relationship. Yes, he did that for you, but also you have also brought something into his life. And you have also sacrificed something to be with him, because as I said, you have left your country, you have left everything you have left a country where you speak the language, you're a citizen of that country, you know your whereabouts, you know everything, and now you have come to a place where you know nothing. You know nobody, you don't know the language, you don't know your way around, you know absolutely nothing. And now on top of that, you're making yourself into a charity case. You are not a charity case, my sister. Okay? There is something he saw in you. And the thing is, this is why I always say, you need to have these conversations. You need to ask, you need to know what is it that made him decide you're the one. Because this is how you're finding people, going to other countries and they're being made into caregivers for free. They're being made into other things for free. They're being put into loans that they're gonna pay for the rest of their lives, or they're gonna pay until maybe they get the citizenship of that country. Then maybe they can do other things. Like, you need to know the motive, my sister. You need to know why he chose you. If it's just a decent guy who you just fell in love with you, then that is okay. But if it's somebody who has an ulterior motive, then you need to know, okay? And even you yourself, you need to tell him why you decided he's the one, because it's not just about him deciding that you're the one, okay? It's also about you deciding that he's the one if you're genuine. Anyway, my name is Rose. I just wanted to come here and share that story because I feel like people can learn something out of that story. Like, I was shocked. I was watching, as I was listening on that show, I was watching the lady who was narrating the story. Like, I had my mouth open. I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Especially because of the kids, Because I feel like if you're alone, then that's a different case. You can even decide, okay, fine, like I'm not going to be working and paying a loan that I had nothing to do with. I will move out, or I can even go back to my country. But the thing is, you have uprooted the children. So I felt so sorry for this lady. Guys, don't sign a piece of paper that you don't understand what it says. Take that piece of paper, go to the city hall, go to somewhere, like go to a place where somebody can translate it for you, okay? Or go to a lawyer. Try with the Google Translate and see whether it makes sense, roughly what it's about, and then take it to a lawyer. Please, just spend that 100 euros or 150, whatever it is, 200, just spend that money and let a lawyer translate that paper for you before you sign it. Please. Thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. Here we talk about online dating, we talk about interracial dating, we talk about age gap dating, relocating. Thank you. Please, if you find these topics interesting and if you find this video useful, leave a comment, share with somebody, and please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much, and I shall see you on my next one. Bye bye for now.